right, welcome in. We are here at Gillette Stadium, the 23rd stop of my training camp trip. You can see behind me the new team's new practice facility going up, indicative of a lot of building that's happening here in Mike Vrabel's first year as the head coach. We got 5 takeaways from Patriots. Takeaway number 1 is the play style that Mike Vrabel is looking for is very apparent, showing up on the practice field. I think it's also already shown up on the preseason game field. So there are some good signs there that the team is headed in the right direction. And there are a couple of players that I think internally they would look at as very indicative of that. One is linebacker Christian Ellis. He was signed to an offer sheet by the Raiders in the offseason. The Patriots matched the offer sheet. They really like his athleticism, they like his versatility, and they like the violence with which he plays. They felt like he would be a good fit. Looks like they hit on that one. And then the second player is a veteran safety who's bounced around a bunch too. That's Jalen Hawkins. And he, again, another guy who looks like he's picking up on what Vrabel wants very quickly. That play style that I talked about. He's playing fast out there. He's physical. And he, like Ellis, looks like he's going to be a full-time starter on the defensive side of the ball, which I don't know if you would have guessed that would have been the outcome back in May or June. Takeaway number 2. The skill group's going to be improved, but how much better they are could hinge on what happens with the receiver group. So they have Steph Diggs, who over the course of the summer at least has done everything that's been asked here and has been ahead of schedule. There's still the thing with him where you're looking at a guy at his age coming off the ACL. First year off the ACL can be bumpy. So they expect production from Steph. It's just how much they're going to be able to get from him in that first year coming off the ACL. And then they have some young guys they're really encouraged with. Both Pop Douglas and Efton Chisholm. Again, I'm going to go back to that term play style. Those guys had the play style Vrabel's looking for. Their fits in Josh McDaniels' offense as slot receivers. They're different types of slot receivers, and both should have a role in the offense. And then Kayshon Boutte, after a so-so spring, has had a really nice summer and looks like he's going to have a spot on the team. So Diggs plus some combination of the young guys. Then you add it to a really reliable veteran tight end in Hunter Henry. And then probably the strength of the team, which is the running back room. Travion Henderson's going to be lethal in a passing game back type of role. You've got a couple of known commodities in Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. If the receiver group can come together, then you could be talking about a big jump from the skill group around Drake May. Takeaway number 3, if there's a swing factor on the offensive side of the ball or on the team in general, it's probably the offensive line. Now, Will Campbell is probably going to need to be protected some as a rookie. But based on what they've had at left tackle here the last couple of years, you can expect a marked improvement at that position. Again, even if they have to do some things to help him out as a rookie. He is the type of player they're looking for from a intangible makeup standpoint. He's got all of that. The right side of the line, if they can maintain good health, should be in decent hands with Mike Nwenu at right guard and Morgan Moses at right tackle. And so a lot's going to hinge on what happens at the left guard and center spots. You got 4 guys competing there in Garrett Bradbury, Jared Wilson, Ben Brown, and Cole Strange. How that shakes out, and they still don't know with less than 3 weeks to the opener, again, could determine how strong that group is, and that group on its own is a big swing factor for the Patriots 2025 season. Takeaway number 4, Drake May should take a leap in year 2, and it's going to be interesting to see the level of improvement he makes in decision making. That's really where they've been working with him, and they want to try to help him in making the game slow down for him. So that's in putting together an offense for him. What's the best way to do that? That's what Josh McDaniels has been working through. He's been good as far as being able to pick up whatever they give him. So now does that translate over in the field? Is he starting to play a little bit faster? Is he being more judicious on taking hits when he leaves the pocket? Those are the sorts of things that they're going to be looking for early in the season from Drake. A lot of belief in him. From that, again, that intangible makeup standpoint, he's a really good fit for what Mike Vrabel is looking to build here. And so those developmental things when it comes to playing quarterback, because remember, he was seen as pretty raw coming out of the University of North Carolina as the 3rd overall pick. Those developmental things, how far he can take those determines how far he goes in 2025. And finally, takeaway number 5, this team's probably still a year away. This was not a single season rebuild that Mike Vrabel walked into. It's probably going to take more than one off season to fix what was wrong in the roster. Some of the drafts at the end of the Bill Belichick era, even the 2024 draft, there are some holes left there. Most great teams, you look at them and they'll have players in year 3, year 4, year 5 that are best players in the roster because of the way the Patriots have drafted over the last 5 years. That's not the case here. So depth is an issue across the roster. If they have an injury here or there, a hole could pop up that wasn't there at the start of the year. They're going to be managing those sorts of things over the course of the year. So overall, the program here is on the way up. The question is going to be how far they can go in 2025. And this feels like a team that can get its head above water, get to or close to 500, and then maybe 2026 is the year they make the big jump. Appreciate you guys coming out. We'll hit another camp, I believe, later this week, and see all of you then.